G'day, welcome back to the 40 channel. So today's another quick tip to do with the gear stick seat. Let's get in and check it out. Righto, so what we're going to be doing today is replacing the gearbox lever seat. Now, this is a pretty simple thing to do. So this is the kit here, it's from all 4x4. Now there's not much to it. A new housing, a seal and a bush. That's it, there's not much to it at all. This particular kit will fit a 70 series, 73 series, 75 series, 60 series, 61 series. Pretty much all your 5-speed gearboxes it'll fit. So now the kit is almost identical, just a little bit different for the 40 series, but the process is exactly the same. We've got the 5-speed 75 series gearbox in this, but as you see in the LX, the gearbox setup is pretty much the same, so you can follow the exact same instructions. Undo your 4 bolts around your boot. Once you've got them undone, simply pull that off, pull your boot off, pull the dust boot off, which mine's pretty worn, it probably needs a new one. And then we can get access to our main housing. Now, the biggest problem everybody has is how they get that housing off. Yes, there is a genuine Toyota tool that you can put straight on, spin it around and pop it off. But if you're doing this pretty rarely, it's not only a hard tool to get, but it's an expensive tool to get just for doing those one-off every now and then changes on your gearbox. I'm going to show you a quick little tip on how to get that housing off. There is other ways of doing it. I'm sure that you guys will share that in the comments down below. But I'll show you the easiest way that I find to get them off, and it works every time without fail. Righto, so this gives a fairly good indication of what's going on. 2 retainer pins that are holding this housing in, which are just either side of the main gearbox housing here, and they're holding that in. To get it off, we need to be able to push down on the spring, spin it, and then it'll pop straight up out of here, and this whole stick will come out. It's pretty common to get a lot of dirt and crud and dust all building up in here, which makes it pretty hard and sometimes stiffens up. So a bit of R1, that'll clean it all out, lubricate it all up. If you're really lucky, you'll be able to push it down with your hands, which you can, and spin it with your hands. But if it's really stiff and hard, I've always found your adjusting multi grips work an absolute treat. We open it up so that we can get the correct size we need. We want to fit it just in between. Sit it in like that, we can push it down, spin it out, hopefully it'll pop out without too much drama. Let's see how we go. Push down, see it spins. We might just need a screwdriver to pop that last little bit out, I think. That's the bit that we don't want to lose. You can see it's only just hanging on, and I was worried that that was going to fall down and we're going to lose. It's only just hanging on there. It's all sort of a bit worn out. So that's one of the pieces we're replacing. Right, now you can see that the main seal just down here. All we need to do to get that one out is just grab it one side, pull up either side of our retaining rings, pull that straight out. There's our seal that we're going to be replacing. You see it's a little bit worn just on this main part here, and it's starting to perish a bit, so probably a good idea we're going to change it. Righto, looking at the new seal and the old seal, there's about, when I compare them, there's about a mil difference in wear on this one. So this one here is actually worn flat, and it's about a mil smaller. It's got a bit of a groove where you can see it's just sort of worn away, and I can feel it's a little bit perished. Even though it's covered in oil and it's kept it a little bit supple, it's still starting to perish off, and you can see it's dead flat. The new seal in the all 4x4 kit, I don't know if you can just see that as I sort of roll it, it has a nice round, almost like an O-ring seal here. So straight away I know that's going to sit up a little bit more and give us a lot more purchase. In here as well, the profile in the top of the seal where our gear stick actually sits in there and rolls around actually feels a lot better. It feels nice and smooth in there, and the profile isn't worn away. If we look at the old one, it's almost gone to like a taper, and I've got a flat spot on there. I can sit that on there. Still feels pretty good, but it could be that small little difference that could be causing us little dramas just through the gear stick. Righto, so to get that in, it's as simple as the way we got it out. We're going to drop it straight down between the 2 little locating lugs, pop it back down. Then we're going to pop our new nylon bush on, drop it all in. There's our new seal in. Put the new bush. You can see straight away that's nice and firm. I can't get it on without pushing that on. Look at that. That is solid as. You can see the other one, it nearly fell off as we pulled it out. And in actual fact, when we installed this, I actually dropped this particular bush all the way down into the gears. We had to remove the top. My wife had small enough hands and she was able to get her hands down there and get it out. Righto, so now we're just going to replace that housing. It doesn't look too bad, but if we look on the bottom here, we can see just a small amount of wear, just where that spring's been pushing up on it. It's obviously been taken on and off, and a little bit of wear just down in here where that locating pin goes. Especially if you compare the two, you can see how much wear is just in this location here. So I'll put the new one on. Drop that back into its place. Now the reverse into getting it off. Let's see if we can do it with our hands. We might be that lucky. Ooh. Use our adjustable grip just to push it down and get that last little bit in. There we go, we're in place. Righto, that's it. Super simple installation to do. Jump on the All 4x4 webpage, you'll find it there. And like I said, this one here is for the 70 and 60 series, but the 40 series is pretty much identical, exactly the same process to be able to get the gear stick off. So if nothing else today, hopefully I've shown you how to get the gear stick off. Plus, while you're doing it, you may as well replace it with one of these little kits. Look at that. I'm still finding tiny shards of glass from when the bird hit the window and smashed it on a long drive for a drought right in front of Alia's face. The only thing left to do now is put the gear stick back on, take it for a quick little test drive to make sure that there's no dramas. Well, there you go. That actually made the gear changes a little bit smoother. It wasn't as notchy going through the gears, just that little bit smooth. And every little bit counts for the old 40 series Land Cruisers. Righto guys, well that's it for this episode. Hopefully it's helped. I wasn't able to film driving because my GoPro keeps going flat, and I'm just trying to get this last outro in so you guys can get the video uploaded. Anyway, until next time, take care of yourselves.